Hello everyone and welcome to the Edmonds Racing Preview Show. Toby's back from a freshen up. Trent's here to bring you all the latest news and previews. And boys, welcome. Bit of news at the moment because, and that's the disclaimer for the show, there's lots of activity here at the Gold Coast Turf Club. The new poly track first meeting this weekend and the course proper behind us is under construction.
Yeah,
she's dead and about.
Amazing. We had a great race meeting here last Thursday and have a look at it now.
Yep.
And we'll see it week in, week out as we do the show, the transformation of the new track. So looking forward to that. November won't come quick enough, I don't think. I think that's possibly the first meeting back on it. So, it'll be good.
Yep, so everything's on the poly from here on, and obviously you've got some runners at the first poly meeting this weekend.
Yeah, we've got a couple of runners here, so we've actually drawn reasonably well, so see how they go.
All right, well, last week we were obviously celebrating the heroics of Alpine Edge, and a bit of news around about next targets for him. He's obviously having a quiet time, but next target for Alpine?
Yeah, we decided to just give him a break for a couple of weeks, and I think we'll go to Cutest Jewel Day. It's the old gold market that Tyzone won 4 years ago. It's now called is it the Golden Jewel?
Gold Jewel.
Gold Jewel.
Yeah. It's for cutest horses only.
It's for
3-year-old and upwards, $13.50.
Yeah, it's cutest horses only, so it fits well, and
150 grand prize money.
Yeah, it looks to be a good target for him. Whether we give him a run before that, not too sure just yet. It's still 2 months away.
Yeah, that's March 17th.
So
yeah,
so it's
50 days.
It's a fair way away. And
his next goal, which is the last day in April, will be the Archer. There you go.
Well, good to have some targets with Alpine. Also, some news on the yearlings front. We touched on the Magic Millions purchases last week, and the Alabama Express filly all sold.
Well done,
so that leaves the Star Turn colt, the Chestnut. Trent spoke about him last week. What are your thoughts on him, Toad?
Yeah, he's actually out of a big brown mare, which surprised me. The precocious look of him. Like I thought he might have. When I had a little pedigree before I actually seen him, I thought, now we're going to get this gangly looking,
big rangy looking
thing, because that's what the big browns were. But this guy he's just all ball and muscle. I think my runners have put a thing on Facebook. He's down at Emmerich Park. The lady down there does a fantastic job. They do all the my runners and TRL horses, and she's Shannon Betts, I think her name is. She does a fantastic job. So she's down there. He's down there now. He'll be heading into the breakers maybe as early next week. And an update come through yesterday. It's on Facebook. Looks great. Mick gave a really good appraisal of him. Mick Malone picked him out and ended up purchasing him. I had a look at him and ticked it off as it looks like a fairly early runner to me. So looking forward to having that association with my runners again.
Yeah, very good. And so only limited shares available in him, and he's pretty much the last one left for people to snap up. So inquiries at edmondsracing.com.au for anyone that is interested. All right, let's get into the preview. The Vows headlines the team this week at tomorrow's feature Sunshine Coast meeting. He's on fire. We mentioned him last week. He made a back-to-back win, so he's looking for a picket fence for the on fire team. And how's he shape up heading into probably his biggest test today?
It is his biggest test, no doubt. I think we just got to have a look at the map and see where he fits in. There was a race next week for him as well, but he's in really good shape. Only real concern is I think a mile's going to suit him no problem, but he's giving a lot of weight to a horse that finished second the other day, Porky. He gave it a kilo last start, and he's giving it 5 this time. So he's pretty poor in at the weights compared to it. Diana's Affair, I think he gave it a kilo last start. Now he's got to give it 3. So, that hurts a bit at times. But he's in good order nonetheless. We've just got to have a look
big
at
turnaround in weights, but it's out to a mile. I think the mile will suit him.
The mile looks like it's
better
suiting
than that,
absolutely
better than
down to the ground. Yeah.
So it looks ideal for him to my eye.
He's only getting
sticky.
Only getting going the last 50 or 60 the other day too. Sort of.
Yeah, he finished off really nicely, didn't he?
Good amount of authority in the win. And
yep.
He's just drawn.
Sticky.
A bit ordinary every day. Yeah.
Yeah, but the starts at the Sunshine Coast they're all important, but they are of less importance up there because you've got a beautiful big track and beautiful big runs into each corner. So I think Ben Thompson's riding beautifully up there from a sticky barrier when he won second up there. So good track for him.
Okay.
Should run well.
Well, he's in form, isn't he? So
He is, yeah.
he's heading in the right sort of mood. Good luck to the on-fire team there. Apologies for the noise, as we
Getting
said at the
belted.
start of the show. There's lots going
happening,
on
yeah.
here, so that's just the theme of the progress going on here at
Can't do
Gold
much
Coast.
about
We
it.
might have to do this in the car park at the stables going
We
forward. I think.
might, we might. All right, well, speaking of the Gold Coast, first meeting, Polytrack, first runner, Golden Glamorous.
Yeah.
She certainly is a unique coloured sort of horse, a bit of a head turner. Tell us about her, and can she match her looks?
Hope so. Look, we took her to the Sunny Coast for her first ever trial, and she trialled up pretty well there, only in a 3-horse trial, very softly it was. Then she had a spell come back, give her a trial when she was sort of half fit against a fairly hot lot of horses here. I think Gay's thing won the trial, which ran well. Subsequently, I think Tony Golan had one in there possibly, and it was a fairly stiff trial for her.
Strong trial,
and
yeah.
she was sort of half right. Anyway, she's trained, come on through that nicely, and got a lot fitter. Questionably about her ability. She's looks like she goes okay. Pedigree isn't really doesn't sort of jump out here, but she's a lovely type, and hopefully she can run well in a race like that. Does look a suitable race for a first up anyway.
Okay, well, as we said, she certainly won't be missed in the run. So
you won't miss her.
good luck to the all-lady syndicate with her, Golden Glamorous. The other runner is Cork Castle. Trent drops back from Saturday Metro grade and has a good gate here.
He was disappointing in what was a fairly biased track. We wanted to be on speed, and he, first time in his life, couldn't be on speed, which was quite odd. And then it was a forget after that. He was wide, he was worse than midfield, nothing made ground all day. So if you put a line through that, his first up effort here was very strong when he went too hard in front. And he has had experience on a Polytrack at the Sunshine Coast, his first race start, where he raced really well. So
Yeah, good point.
I don't see a problem with that. Whereas a lot of the other horses, they're going there and guessing. He's had a crack at it, he's trained here, and he's drawn barrier 1, so he's going to get every favour in the world to win.
Okay.
Not a great deal else to add.
Yeah, and just on that, I guess the Polytrack, that so for both horses, they've obviously worked on it.
Yeah, they work every morning.
That's a big thing. That's
a big plus for us.
Yeah.
You know, I think everyone's a tad concerned about the kickback, how it's going to be this week. This track probably is very new.
Just
and
until it's
still a bit
infancy
loose,
sale-
yeah.
Infancy stage, so it'll probably take a few meetings to really settle down and consolidate. So hopefully it's not. There's not much kickback tomorrow. Hopefully it's not as bad as it has been for the jump outs and the trials.
Yeah, sure. It'll just be a take time scenario,
I think so,
probably,
yeah.
won't it? Yeah. All right. Well, they're the two runners here at the Poly. We turn our attention to Mullumbar on Sunday. A couple of first starters here, sooner than later.
Yeah.
Lines up in a maiden over the 1200. Andrew Mallion to ride. And what can you tell us about sooner than later?
Look, he's had quite a few trials this time through. He's taken forever to sort of start to pick it up and learn what it's all about. Whatever he does on Sunday, he'll improve on. Probably needs to get out to a mile at some stage. We'll get him there pretty quickly, I think. So, looking at him, you know, to run well with it, you know, if he can win, good luck, good and well. He probably can progress after that. But I'd expect him to need a run and then improve on that once he gets to 1400 a mile.
Okay. Watch this space for him into his prep.
Just let him progress through to that distance that he's looking for.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and then we move on to the final runner, which is Pepe. We pronouncing that correctly?
Next one.
Pepe, yeah.
Yeah.
That's him, sure.
So same deal, first starter. What can you tell us?
Yeah, first start for the stable. Bit of a free running, you know, hot type. And I would suspect from a soft barrier he'd be somewhere thereabouts in the run. Pretty similar boat to sooner than later. He hasn't had a start for a while and he's first up for us. So if he was to go there and knock them off, that's great. I think as long as we see a positive experience from him and he races well, he's an each way chance without being too bullish. I thought his work here Tuesday morning was really good and solid, and that's why we late nommed and went there. And it was above and beyond sort of his trials and everything. He's taken a while to get fit. Particularly the Polytrack trial here, I thought he should have trialled up a bit better, but his work sense has been good and he looks a lot better. So it's a wait and see. I think each way chance at best.
Okay, each way for Pepe.
Yeah.
First start for the stable. All right, well, they're the 5 runners. Before the construction works really ramp up, let's get a best bet out of both of you. Tally now reads Trent plus 120, Toby minus 30. Toby,
Got to kick back.
what have you got for us to get back in the black?
I'm going to go, well, what the logical one, what Trent will do, go Cork Castle, and logically I'm going to go the Vowels again.
The vows.
Yeah, so I'll go with a bit of odds and hopefully I can hit the front.
And just to clarify, how are we playing that? Is
Just going straight out.
Straight out?
Yeah.
Snozzle.
Straight out.
$100.
Straight on the nose.
Okay.
And you hit the nail on the head. Cork Castle, it's obvious.
Oh,
Yeah.
straight drive. Straight drive from Trent.
Straight bat. Yeah.
$1.20. $1.50. That's all right. Can't go the same.
Nothing else to say. What do you want to
we
do?
did do Alpine both last week, and what did we do the week before?
Well, that got you in front because obviously Alpines win, and then last week I went
Kryptonite each way,
Kryptonite,
and
you
he
both
went
did. And,
ordinary.
yeah, it didn't happen. So, anyway, bit of work to be done there, but a couple of best bets for everyone to follow.
Yes,
so
correct.
That wraps us up. Good luck and have a great weekend, everyone.
And everyone keeps asking about the
Punters Club.
Punters Club. We get a lot of emails. That'll be back online in the coming weeks. So it may not be this week, maybe in the next 1 to 2 weeks.
That's the Quaddy Club.
The Quaddy Club,
yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Watch this space for the Quaddy Club. All right, well, have a great weekend, everyone.
Cool.
Perfect.